Welcome everyone. Today we will be starting for the advanced functions known as VLOOKUP, HLOOKUP, index matching, and what are the match. So before I get into the functions, let me give you one of the overview of what does the definition says and what are the syntax of these formulas. So first we look up the VLOOKUP. Then VLOOKUP basically means the vertical lookup. Whereas it definitions tell us that it searches the value in the first column of the table and then return the value in the same row from the specific column. For example, if I want to check the value in the A column, then it will give me the same return value in the same rows, which are always right to the VLOOKUP, means right to the column that we are searching for. And for that, the syntax is VLOOKUP. Let's say our lookup value is A2, and we are looking for the table array, then the table array will be starting from A2 to the rest, let's say G10. And from there, we will be looking for, if I'm saying for the fourth row, the fourth column, then I'll be putting the column index number, and the range I'm looking for, it could be true, false, or negative, whichever I want to look for. The another thing comes in the mind is the HLOOKUP. HLOOKUP is a horizontal lookup. So VLOOKUP is basically used to look into the columns, whereas HLOOKUP is basically used to look into the row. Here we will give the row index number and for the which row we are looking for. Whereas if I talk about the definition of HLOOKUP, then it is a VLOOKUP search for the value in the first row of a table and return a value in the same column for a specified row. If I'm searching a value in a column B2, then it will be giving me the answer in the B2 column for that what we are looking for. Whereas in the index is a function which returns a value of a cell as the intersection of row and column in a given range. Let's say that there is a row and a column. It's a 6 by 6 grid or a table, we could say, where they have 6 columns and 6 rows. So what we are going to see that I want to look for the fifth row and the fourth column. So the fifth row and the fourth column are going to intersect each other at which one? It would be at E4. So the E4 will be our index match for what we are looking for. So for that, the index syntax would be index array. Array means the entire range of the column, then the row number we are looking for, and the column number. From there, we will get the index. For the match definition should is return the position of the value in a row or a column. So that let's say that Priya is in the A column. Which column? A column. Then Priya, we know that it is in the fourth position. Then how would we come to know that in that column where is Priya? For that, it would use the match column, and for the match, it will look for the lookup value. Lookup value would be our Priya, and if we are looking for the array, then the array would be the whole row or the whole column, and the match type would be the fourth column. So if it is the fourth row in the first column, then the answer would be 4. So this is how we are going to use the match column. And for this, I have taken some of the relevant dummy data. And for that, we'll be looking into some of the questions. So here as you can see, I have the ID as in my first column. And second, we have names. Third, we have the courses that they have. And what is the score? Is that clear to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let's look for the VLOOKUP questions, that what are the questions we are looking for. So for me, the first question comes in the mind is that why find the score of the student named Charlie. So the first question is find the score of the student named as Charlie. So we are going to look for Charlie. And if you want to find the score of a student whose name is Charlie, then we will be using a VLOOKUP. And for VLOOKUP, our formula would be, let's say, equals to, what's the formula? VLOOKUP. So once we look, what is our VLOOKUP value? Can anyone tell me?
Name Bob Charlie.
Score. For us, no, we have to find the score of a student
Score,
named
score, sir.
Charlie. Charlie will be what? Charlie will we look up value. So Charlie, Charlie. And what is the table array? Table array is the whole table. So I'll be taking the whole table. Is that okay with you? Yes. And
Yes,
now
sir.
I'll be looking for the fourth row. I'm looking for the score. So score is in the which column? This is the first column, second column, third column, and the fourth column. So it would be in my fourth column. And what is the range I'm looking for? It should be true or it should be an exact match. For me, it should be true. So I'll be putting true. And then I'll be putting the answer as enter. Okay. Here we have a mistake, and that is it should not give an exact match. And for that, we'll be putting as appropriate match, exact match. So we need an exact match. We look up Charlie A to D6, and for the fourth column, we need false, right? CHARLIE. Is it right? Why it is not giving
I
the
think you need to close the inverted commas.
where?
It's
Please remove the fourth parameter first, false one, as it is not necessary.
okay.
A to D6 are the column that we are using, and we are using the fourth row. We are looking
Sir, we have to select the cell,
Ranging
not
lookup.
Actually, yeah, you have selected the Charlie. Please select the right cell from where we need to show our data. Yeah, change this Charlie and select any other cell.
I can say Charlie. No.
No,
It's
no. So G and G 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 G and G5. Select G5 here.
how could you say G5?
Yes.
G5 is not the column. No, that's not the right answer. Our VLOOKUP value will be the Charlie. We are looking for Charlie. So I'll be giving it a B4. The VLOOKUP value is B4.
Change the column
And I'll be looking for a.
column number. It is 2, I
Oh,
guess.
I
You have
got
to
it.
do 4.
What we are doing. Sorry.
Yeah, you have to do
I
4.
got
You
it.
have to do 4.
See. The problem we are facing was that the column, we have to find the score of the student, and for VLOOKUP, we always know if we are looking for the Charlie, then it will always look for the values which are always in the right of its side. So that for that I'll be using that if I want to check for the Charlie, then my value is CHARLI Charlie. I'll be taking Charlie, and by here you can see my table array. So my table array should be always the right of what we are looking for. So my table array will be from here, and then I'll be looking for the column index number. So my column is 1 2 3, then my column number is 3, and I'm looking for the exact match. Then I'll be putting true and then hit enter, and now I get the score. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Do everyone understand? So what does a VLOOKUP does? Whenever we are using a VLOOKUP formula, the whatever value we are looking for, it will always look to the right of that value, not to the left of that value. The problem we were facing was that we are taking the whole entire column, table. But we are looking for the from the right of this value, then we have to took the column from here itself. If we take the whole column, it will always give us the wrong answer. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So next question I get in my mind is that what will be the return the course of student with ID 4? If the ID is 4, and what is the return course of that student? So I'll be looking for the uh, course name for the ID 1 fourth student, and for that I'll be using as formula again VLOOKUP. And now let's see what we happen. Now we are looking for VLOOKUP, and we are looking for the AA, which we are looking for the fourth ID, and fourth ID I'll be giving simply A5. And if we are looking for A5, and now I can take the whole row because I want the table array because it starts from here, and then my collection index I'm looking for a third column, so I'll be taking third, and then I'm putting the range, and then I'll hit enter, and it will give me the English. So the ID fourth student has a course called English. Is that clear to all?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I'll be doing the next question, but you all are going to guide me. And for that, tell me that let me write the question for you all. That the question is, find the name of the student who scored 85. Find the name of the student who scored 85. Okay, so tell me, what will be the value? We are looking for VLOOKUP. So
VLOOKUP
find the name of the
B2.
student who scored 85. So
B2.
lookup value is
B2.
huh?
B2.
Okay. But don't you think if we are using D2 from here and then it will be required a rearrangeable table? Don't you think? Because we are looking for the score and score is at the top right of the column, and if you are using the VLOOKUP value, then it would not give me the right answer because it always check for the right of its value, and if I say the right of its value, then it's a blank space, so it would not give me. So in that case is what we use, instead of using a VLOOKUP we use index matching. What we use? Index matching. Because in index matching and VLOOKUP, the difference is that in VLOOKUP we always look for the value which is right to the lookup value, and in index matching we can look for the any of the value that we want. So okay, let's say that we are looking for index matching, so it has index, and what is the array that we are looking for? So this is the whole array. Okay, comma.
Yes,
Now I want to use match. So what is a lookup value? A lookup value is 85, which is T2. And what is the lookup array? What is the lookup array?
B2 to
Tell me. I'm waiting.
The name column.
Okay. Let's see. The student who score, tell me the answer.
whole data from the B2 column.
So we want the name of the student who scored 85. So name is in the which column? It is in the B. So why don't we take the, instead of taking the whole, we take only the name. Just we went from here and we want to match the column that the lookup value is score, and for the score I'll be using the formula for the lookup value, and for the lookup value is a D2, and the lookup array would be my D2 to
D6.
D2, sorry, D6. Okay, now it should be the exact match, greater than or less than.
Exact match.
Okay. So again, think of that we are looking for the name and we are matching the D2 from D2 to D6, and the lookup value should be a match. So here we have the answer, that to find the name of the student who has scored 85. And when we are looking, then we have to use the index matching, because index matching is used at that time when we are looking for the value which could be either of the right side of the lookup value or the left side of the lookup value. But if we want to check it through the VLOOKUP, then we can't do it, because VLOOKUP has an issue, and the issue is that VLOOKUP always looks for the values which are right to the lookup value. Is that clear to all?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now let me take this again. I'll be taking this whole, and now I'll be using Control C, and again I'm pasting it here as Control Alt V, and here I'll be using only values, and I'll be using the transpose. So my table is being transposed. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now from here, I want to look for the HLOOKUP values. So what we are looking for now? HLOOKUP. So what was the formula HLOOKUP looks for? Can anyone tell me? So the HLOOKUP searches for the value which are in the first row of the table and returns the value in the same column from the specified row. So whatever the value we have in the first row, we'll be looking for that value in the same column of that array. Is that clear? So let's say that I would be in the HLOOKUP, I'll be using HLOOKUP to find the score of a student with ID number 2. So here is the ID number 2, this one. And for this ID, I want to check the score. So we know that if we have a small data, we can directly see that it's 78. But when we have a data in the the form of thousands or hundreds, then we have to use the HLOOKUP value. And for the HLOOKUP formula, I'll be using, let me write the question for you. The question is that find the score of the student with ID 2. Find the score of the student with ID 2. Is that okay?
Yes, sir.
So here we'll be using HLOOKUP, and in HLOOKUP, the lookup value is 2. We are looking for the C10 value, which is the ID2, which is ID2, then comma, the table array. So what will be the table array for this? Tell me. What will be the table array? I think table array would be the whole, or we have to use. Okay. So what is the row index number we are looking for? It is the 4th row or the 3rd row?
3.
I think it's the 4th row, because see, this is the 1st row,
Four.
2nd row, 3rd row, and 4th row. Is it okay? 4th row. Okay. Now what we want? I want the appropriate match or the exact match? I want the exact match. Here we have the exact match. The score of the student with ID2 is 78. Is that clear to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Anyone have any doubt? Then you can please ask me again and again, because we have to clear all our thoughts regarding the advanced formulas. And not only I am doing it here in front of you, but after this also you all have to practice more than 50 different problems on these formulas, because these are the only formulas which are going to be very challenging for every one of us. So whenever we are looking into these formulas with the different scenario, it always feels like there is something we are doing as a mistake. So from here again, let's take another question so that it will be clear for you. Now I want the name of the student with the ID 5. What we want? The name of the student with the ID 5. Let me write the question again. Sorry. Name of the student with ID 5. Is that okay? Now tell me the formula. I'm not saying anything right now. You will be telling me what I'm going to do. Just tell me, speak out. Anyone, please help me out. Tell me the lookup value. I want to check the name of the.
F10, sir.
F10.
F10. Lookup value F10, sir. Then table array, whole table.
Okay. Then the table array.
And then.
Can I take the table array from here? Is it okay?
No, sir.
No?
No. Full array. No.
Okay. I want to take the full. Okay. Let's take it. Okay. Now I want the row index number.
4, sir.
2.
2.
Are we looking for the
Two.
score, or are we looking for the name of the student?
2.
Oh, sorry.
Name.
3, 3. 2, 2, 2, sir.
So we want an appropriate match or an exact match.
Exact match.
Exact match.
Okay. So here we get the name of the student with the ID 5 hits at ball. Is it clear with you?
Yeah.
Okay. Another
Please, sir,
question, another question to you is, what is the retrieve the ID course of the ID 3? I want the
Hello.
ID. Yes.
Sir, I'm audible.
Yes,
Can you
yes.
repeat the 4th parameter of the lookup value, like exact match, approximate? I'm getting confused in this. How it works?
Which one? HLOOKUP or
The 4th parameter. In both cases, HLOOKUP, VLOOKUP, and
appropriate and exact match, right?
exactly. Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is the let's say we done it with the appropriate exact match. Now let's take it as a appropriate. Let me type that. So here we have Edward. But when what happens when we are having a data with a hundreds of columns or hundreds of rows? At that time we have to look for the values which are either appropriate or exact, because we don't know what is the value in that whole table or the whole data, because we are not here to look for the every single value inside all the cells and columns, right? So at that time,
Yes,
if
sir.
look for the exact value, then we will be using the false. But if we are looking for the appropriate match, sometimes what happens that there are some of the errors. If say that I have thousands of columns or rows, and at that time I don't see any of the data which is I think it would be appropriate or accurate or exact, we don't know. So what we are going to do at that time, we will be using both, and then we will become across that yes, is it okay or not. So it's our choice that which one will fit the best here. Is it clear?
Yes, sir. And in case we have any duplicate values in our table, then how we will use this lookup values? Exact match or appropriate match?
For the whole values, uh,
No, I'm asking in case we are getting duplicate values, like here we have AdWords. We need to
yeah.
find AdWord here. In case we have multiple AdWords, then which value it will give us as return?
So at that time, if we know that there are duplicates values in the data, then that time we will be using the appropriate match.
Then it will give us the whole data of the AdWords, right?
No, no, no. It will
Then,
see what happens. We are looking. What is the index matching does? See, index. If we are using HLOOKUP, VLOOKUP, or index matching, the only thing they does, they look for the exact value that we are looking for. Let's say we're looking for the F10, and we are looking for the name of the student. So whatever will be there present in that row, it will only give you that answer. Doesn't matter that here we have the advert, here we have the advert, or here we have that. Whatever is there in that row, it would be your answer. Is it okay?
okay,
Oh,
okay, sir.
okay. So now let's
So,
take, yes.
what if in this case we have our ID as a whole number, but what if the ID was, as a decimal? So what would be used in that case?
See, if it is in decimals, doesn't matter. What we are using here, if we see that we have a ID, so we know that the ID is in the cell F10. Okay, so what we do instead of taking the ID, I always took the cell reference. So whenever you feel confused about how to write an appropriate formula, then instead of using that number or that number or that value, always use the index reference of that cell. Is it okay?
Yes.
Okay, let's say if here it would be okay, here it would be 5.0. Doesn't matter. It will always give me the answer. Okay, if I put it in the data and then from sorry from home and right now it's not working. Okay, and from instead of here from I took the number and now if you see then I have the exact answer. That doesn't bother if you have it in the decimal or whatever. If you take the cell reference, then it will always work. Is it clear?
And so what if we were to find what the ID is? So in that case, what would be used? Would it be approximate match or would it be,
See,
exact
in,
match?
in this case, you are seeing here, and you want to look for the ID, and you want to look for the ID of the, let's say, Edward. Okay, so at that point of time, what will you are using is the index matching. What will you using? Index matching, because we know that in HLOOKUP, see, this is the only confusing thing that we have in these three formulas: lookup, HLOOKUP, and index matching. Index matching, what does it can take you either the left side, right side, or wherever you want to match the value. But in VLOOKUP, it will always look for the right of the value, and in HLOOKUP, it will always look for the below rows on in the same column. Did you get my point? If I want to check for the ID of the advert, then I couldn't know, I would not use the HLOOKUP value. Is that okay?
Yes.
So this is the only confusing thing that we have to think. That's why I was saying that here I am here for only 30 minutes. But in 30 minutes, I cannot cover all the scenarios or whatever kind of situations we have in front of me. So the best thing is to go back home, practice more and more questions on these kind of situations. Because yes, you have these questions in your mind, but you have to practice a lot by yourself. Because if you are not practicing those questions, then yes, sometimes those scenario will come in front of us and that time we will be confused. Either we have to use VLOOKUP, HLOOKUP, or index matching because we don't know. Because the only thing we will get to know is that the practice, and without practice we won't be able to clarify that which of the formula I'm going to use. Is that clear?
Yes.
Okay, so now we have done for the VLOOKUP, HLOOKUP. Now I'll be looking for the index. and the index and index matching. See, index is the simplest way. Let's say what is the index. I'll be using the above table, which is from this one. I'll be using this table for the index, and for the index, I'll be doing it here. So let's say use the index. I would say find the course of the third student. Who is the third student? This one. And I want to find the course of this student, right? So what I'm going to do is I'll be writing index. Simple formula. Okay. Now in index, I'll be using the course. Then course is in which row? It is in the third row. So which I'm going to take is third row. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And what value I'm looking for? The value I'm looking for the third person. So third person is in the Charlie, right?
Yes, sir.
Third student, na? So third student is
Yes,
in
sir.
which
Charlie.
Charlie, and for Charlie it would be history. Is it clear? And now you will be looking for that the sir, you said the course of the third student. So we have to write the third three because we are looking for the third column, right? Third row. But what happens? I took the value, I took the index and the array from the whole table, which start from the course. And see, first one is always are the column name. So always we have to take the column from here. But if I'm taking from here, then if I count, then the third will be always my fourth. So that's why I took the fourth one. So it gave me an answer as history, and history is the subject of the third student in our table. Is it okay? Now I want to check for the name of the fourth student. Tell me, name of the fourth student, index. So I want to check the name of the fourth student. So these are the names, and I want to check for the fourth student. Then I'll be putting 4, and from here I'll be getting the Diana. That Diana is the fourth student. I want to check the score of the fifth student. Now you are going to guide me. Yes, tell me the score of the fifth student. So I'll be taking index. So tell me the score of the fourth student, fifth. What I have to do? Tell me.
D2 to D6. D2 to
D2
D6.
to D6.
And I'll be looking for the fifth person, right? Plus 5. And here I get the 76. Is that clear how you do the index matching?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now comes the index, what we known as the match. So have you all known that what is match? What does a match does? See, match always returns the position of the value in a row or a column. It always gives you the position of what you are looking for. Let's say I don't know the cell reference of any of these columns. I don't know what is the cell reference for this, for that, or whatever. Now what I want to check is that what we want to check? We want to check the position of any of this person. So for that, what we are going to use is, let's say, what we are going to use, tell me. Match. What are you going to use? Match condition.
Match.
And for that, let's take a question. And the question is find the position. Okay, I'll be doing it. Okay. Find the position of Diana in the name column. I want to check for the Diana, and I want to check what is the position of Diana. So for that, I will be taking match. I'm taking match, and for the lookup value is my Diana. So I have question. In question, I have Diana is my lookup value, and Diana spelling is right. Okay. And Diana, and what is the looking value? A lookup array. So lookup array is the whole arrays, names of the column. Okay, name column. And what would the match type? It should be exact, less one, or okay. So now I'll be doing it with 3 of these so that you will get the right answer what I'm saying. So exact match, let's say exact match. So in exact match, I'll get Diana. Diana is in the fourth. So here you can see, yes, fourth row in the table. Okay, but now someone was saying what is the appropriate and exact. Here I want to check for the less than. So if I check less than, then it will give me the 4. But if I say it will greater than, then it will give me the 4. Why? It always checks your position, either it is shifted or not. Sometimes what happens that you were saying that there are duplicate values. So if there are 2 or 3 DNRs which are together in a single row from above, below, and down, and both 3 of them are coming in a same row, then that time we can use the -1 or +1 to check whether it is in the another column or another row or not, or is it in the exact match. Did you get my point?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so